Welcome, everyone.
Blite Nation.
And Vito and Liz. Yes, Liz is hidden behind the wheel.
Yeah, she's here. She is here. Don't worry.
What's up?
So we got some wheel, fam.
Go ahead, Ian. Spin that wheel, bro.
Did that one. Did that one. Did that one. Did that one. Blite Media choice.
Hey!
Oh, it's right there. See? I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
No.
Blite Media choice.
Oh shit.
So what do I do?
How do we do this?
So the question is, do we do Harry Mack? Do we do Upchurch? Do we do Tupac? Do anything.
Let's see what we got going on here. Anything on the let's see. What we got.
Anything new from Kirshner? Actually, I haven't seen anything new from Kirshner.
Is there anything new from Kirshner? Let's see. Kirshner been quiet. Is there anything new? No, that's the last thing. Oh yeah, Kirshner. Huh.
Go to his video real quick. I'm just curious. What's the last video put out?
Yeah, we did that one.
Yeah, 2 months. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. This 2 months feel like it was like 2 years ago.
I don't know.
Like what the hell?
He needs his break, you know.
So what should we do, y'all?
Mentally, so that's what we do.
What should we listen to?
NF.
Should we listen to NF?
Well, like one of his old ones.
Have we finished? I don't even think we even finished his new album.
No, we did.
We did.
We did the whole album.
We did the whole thing. We did the whole thing in one sitting.
That's right,
I even cried.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, we did.
I remember this.
I
have his whole album too, so I know.
What the hell did we listen to? Do we listen to more J. Cole?
I would just listen to
Should we do
Church?
Church? Okay. We can do Church if you want.
Ooh, let's do Doc Rich.
Huh?
They could do a political video.
Should we do that?
Because that will get views in this system right now because of the environment we're in.
Okay, we can do that.
Oh, he just did it.
Back at it again, and we've got to talk about.
What should we be?
What's his latest video? Well, this is an interesting turn of events. Oh, and The Rock abandoned Biden. He won't endorse him this round. Did you see that?
Interesting.
Oh wow!
He says he will not be endorsing Biden. But let's see. Let's see Doc Rich's latest video, Ian. Because let's see if we can catch you up to what's going on. Because I know you don't pay attention too much.
What, right here?
Yeah. His latest video. Why not?
29 minutes.
And I said they are going to come after our guns, look for mass shootings, and then magically it happens.
Don't skip
this is staged.
And that's when I filed the lawsuit against Alex Jones.
75 million people believe Sandy Hook was staged. These families have been hunted, and Jones is getting rich off it.
This is a kangaroo court, a witch hunt.
I hope to accomplish an era of truth.
Oh, okay.
Back at it again, and
I don't think that was. I don't think that was fake.
He got sued for the GDP of fucking France.
Like, okay, in regard to me, like, I understand there's like conspiracy theories. Like, I get it. I don't think you can call Sandy Hook fake because it's like, okay, there was 26.
And he ran one 12-minute segment, and then his next one, when he looked into it, he said he was wrong.
That shit was crazy, though.
It was one 12-minute segment where he says that it might be a conspiracy theory he's looking into. when he looked into it, he said it was real and he apologized.
And they still want to go
and they're still trying to destroy this guy's life.
Yeah.
You know what it probably was? I'm not gonna say it was all Alex Jones. I think probably what happened is that by him doing that, so many people ran with it. Like, you know how people just scroll on the internet all day long, all day. You had so many people who ran with the conspiracy, so then it fell back on Alex Jones.
So why is that Jones's fault, though?
No, I'm not saying it.
I'm not saying it is. But that's my point. Why does that become his fault?
I think this is.
I'm not saying you're saying that everybody else made it his fault. He got sued for the GDP of fucking France.
How do you pay that off?
You don't.
Because it was like $1 billion lawsuit, wasn't it?
$3.4 trillion when it was all said and done.
Yeah, how do you pay that off? Like
That's insane.
How do you pay that, bro? How do you pay that?
You don't.
I just want to know how you pay that. And guys, before y'all get freaking mad and shit, I'm not laughing at Sandy Hook. There's nothing fucking funny about Sandy Hook. I'm laughing at the thing. It's like, damn, that's a big ass debt. To pay. That's a big ass debt. Like, how do you pay that shit?
The fact of the matter was they needed a reason to go after InfoWars because of everything else he was exposing. They tried to say that he was pissing on the graves of the children. No, none of that ever happened.
But it is.
And again, I'm not a big supporter of Alex Jones, but people are making me defend fucking Alex Jones here.
To me, like, the people who actually believed it, like Sandy Hook was fake, I'm like, guys, then explain 26 funerals.
Yeah.
You telling me there was 26 fake funerals?
No. Those children were murdered.
They were murdered. Which is very tragic and should not have happened.
Yeah.
That's like the people who want to say the Holocaust was fake. But how, fam?
But in the same token, one man should not have been fucking sued for the GDP of fucking France. That is insane.
Anywho, sorry guys, Liz is the one who tries to keep us on track. But yeah, this was a Blite Media choice. Doc Rich, what's up?
I figured we'd do a political view. Doc Rich likes to keep everybody up to speed.
And
I like to keep my friend Ian up to speed over here.
Bro, I can't do politics.
It
hurts my head, man.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I know.
Well, I know.
I just can't. To me, it's just
my breaks.
Like you know, like a hamster wheel. Like, to me, this is America right now. It has been for the last like decade. To me, this is like America. It's a hamster wheel of bullshit that just spins. It is the same stories every day, every week, every month, every year.
At least we're not in New York.
It's the same talking points over. No one has a productive conversation.
It's getting bigger and the hamster wheel, right?
And it's getting smellier.
Right? Yeah.
You can smell it.
But that's because you're actually not listening to what Trump's actually saying lately.
But
dude, Trump's actually got a platform that you would actually be agreeing with. That's the scary part.
And I don't pick sides like that.
No. Because what he's saying is actually for the American.
But
let's see what Rich is got
Let's see what we're listening to.
I like this guy.
I like Doc Rich.
He's good.
I've been watching Doc Rich for a long time.
Let's see what we got.
I don't even know if he knows who the hell we are.
Yeah. Doc, hello.
But Doc, I've been watching you for a very long time, way back from when you were part of the left. I watched your slow transition.
Are we keeping the part with when it was the Alex Jones? You want me to keep that? You want me to cut that out?
Cut that out if you want.
It was just not. Yeah, I feel like it's not really actually part of what we're doing.
No, not really.
So, here we go.
Back at it again, and we've got to talk about TYT and Cenk Uygur. And if what he says is a widespread thing, Biden's in some major, major trouble. Even more trouble than what we previously thought. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
Either which you're
Rich. A couple surprising things here. First, I'm going to agree with Kennedy on 4 things. Then I'm going to tell you why what he's saying is partly a trick.
Oh, did you see that?
And so, be careful, about his tactic.
Do you know why he said that?
But then I have something.
No, I didn't. I just saw that he said it. I didn't see why he said it.
RFK Jr. said that he can argue that Biden is a bigger threat to democracy than Trump because Biden is the first U.S. history to actually try to imprison his political opponent, who has actually tried to censor political speech. He went out, he called up Twitter and Facebook and tried to get RFK's speech removed. That's why RFK said that.
Oh.
Because he tried to get his own political speech removed. Not just Trump.
Okay.
Biden is the only one to actually go after all opponents, not just the Republicans. He's going after Democrats to silence any Democrat that would challenge him. That's why he's a greater threat to democracy. Not just because he's going after Trump, but because he's going after his own party as well if they try to challenge him.
Robert F. That's Robert.
Yep.
Yeah. Wait.
Interesting.
Yes, he's John F. Kennedy's nephew.
Dude, there's so many. This is why I get. There's so many damn Kennedys, bro. I get like they're a huge family. I get okay.
His uncle was John F. Kennedy.
Okay. So he's the nephew of of JFK.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
More surprising to say.
Awesome.
All right. So first, let me tell you the things I agree with. The headlines are wrong. He didn't say that Biden is definitely a bigger threat. He said he could make an argument for that. And you've got to be careful with that. And you know what the mainstream media loves to do. They love to smear anyone who's an outsider. So boom, they took that as an opportunity to do that. So he's right about that. Number two, he's right to be concerned about Biden being a threat to democracy himself. Maybe not for the reasons that he's stating, but Biden did support anti-democratic movements within the primary. The Democratic Party canceled the election in Florida. They try to keep out every candidate in North Carolina, Tennessee, etc. So they love to rig elections. Yes, I use the word rigged, okay? So you can go cry about it if you're mainstream media. How about you do your job and talk about how they canceled the election in Florida in the primary and just declared Biden the winner. So if you're gonna...
I don't often agree with Cenk, but...
Exactly.
I gotta say, he's
right
not
there.
lying. You know,
I'll let Rich go in a second. But you see what the Democrats are doing? They didn't even give anybody an opportunity to challenge Biden.
Because I think technically on the ticket, isn't it? I know Sync's on it. Isn't it Merriam?
Yep.
And there's another guy.
Dan Phillips or something, Dean Phillips or something.
Yeah.
But they're not even giving a fair shake to actually challenge. They're on the ticket, but they're not even being allowed to compete. They had to get I think some stupid rule is they made it so you had to get like 90% of the delegates to get the state, or it all goes to the incumbent, which is Joe Biden. So Joe Biden just had to win 11% to win the delegates of the state, or maybe it was 20%, but he didn't have to win. You might have had to win like more than 80%. The Democrats put some stupid rule in where to win the state you had to get more than 80% to be able to beat Joe Biden.
Bro,
so going in, he only had to get like 20 to 25% of the vote to win the fucking nomination.
Bro, this is like the fucking NBA refs, bro.
But you see how insane that is? That nobody was actually given a fair chance to challenge Joe Biden.
This is like the fucking NBA refs, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Just
rigged.
rough the game.
Now let's want to see what Doc had to say.
I just asked for rough the game.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Like, hit the big,
A party who always talks about threat to democracy, the only party that I see being an actual threat to democracy, even though we live in a constitutional republic, but the only party that I see being a threat to democracy is the Democrats. It's the Democrats. You just heard him say it right there.
Acorn TV has every episode of Midsummer Murders.
Sounds like there's a winner.
Be careful. Hey, you don't want certain cops watching that. They might get scared.
What a lovely surprise.
Acorn TV.
I was thinking,
what the hell?
Remember when the Acorn hit the cop car and he shot, and the cop lit up the cop?
Oh, God.
Florida canceled the election and just declared Biden the winner. What? Huh?
That's insane.
The only reason why RFK Jr. is running as an independent is because of all of the roadblocks that Biden and his administration and Democrats put up, to slow him down or to stop him. RFK Jr. is a Democrat. People have somewhat forgotten that, I think, right? RFK Jr. originally ran as a Democrat. That's the way his campaign started.
Mm-hmm.
He switched to an independent.
He had to.
Because
otherwise he wouldn't be able to run.
What Democrats were doing to him, right? So when we talk about being a threat to democracy, and we don't even have to touch on the whole Trump situation. We already know about that. You try to take off or trying to imprison your biggest political opponent. Come on now. If you truly believe in democracy, let the people decide. Let the people decide. What are you afraid of? You believe in a democracy, right? Goodness gracious. A classic example of Democrats accusing the other side, or Republicans in this case, of exactly what they are doing.
At least the Republicans went through an actual primary process. Trump won every legitimately. There wasn't some special rule where he had to win a certain amount to get. No, he had to go out there and earn the votes just like any other candidate, and he did. Biden didn't have to do that.
Yeah, because it was in the Republic. Vivek, it was
Vivek, Nikki Haley,
DeSantis.
DeSantis, yeah.
Who the fuck is that?
Doug Burgum, Christie, a couple other people. But yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know.
Did Trump debate him? No, he didn't have to. Neither did Biden. Biden didn't have to debate any of those people. But they still had to go convince enough people to vote for them to be the
Damn,
nominee.
I just realized that shit. Do you think this should be like mandatory? You got to debate.
It should be, actually.
I agree.
I think it should be.
I think on both the Republican and the Democrat, I think Trump should have had to debate everybody, and I think Biden should have had to defend his record. I think that should have been mandatory. I don't give a shit how popular you are.
100%.
I say that on both sides. Trump should have been. Here's my thing, okay, and I don't want to sound too dictatory on this. I think if you don't show up to the debates, you're off the card.
Yes and no. Because the only debates that actually matter more than anything are the actual presidential debates. The primary debates for the candidate, you don't have to actually be on the debate stage where you can actually be in the districts talking to the people directly to win the primary. It's when you're going up when you're going up against the Republican versus the Democrat versus the Independent.
Like, I get everything Trump was
that
going
if you don't
through.
if you win the nomination and then you don't show up to the presidential debate, then I agree with you there.
Yeah, like if so Trump got the nomination clearly.
Yeah, and so does Biden.
If Trump, to me, if Trump refuses to debate Biden on the presidential,
he hasn't. He's already actually said, "Let's debate anytime, any place, anywhere."
No. I'm just saying, like, hypothetical wise, if Trump was like, "No, I'm not going to debate," I'm like, then get off the card.
See, I can understand why the primary they didn't want to debate. I kind of get it. Should they have to?
I think they should. That's just my opinion.
But not take them off the card because that's still the people's decision. You're putting that into somebody else's point then. Because if you still convince people that your ideas are still the best, you should still have to talk about that against the opponent for the presidency.
Yeah, so
not for the nomination.
I can agree with you on that. So for the presidential debate, even if Biden said, "No, I'm not debating him," then I'm like, then get off the card.
Then you don't get to run for president.
Same thing with Trump. If Trump goes, I'm not debating him during the president, I'm like, then get off the card.
When you actually want the big job, not in the nomination, when you're the guy that's supposed to be at the actual job, yes, you should have to debate your ideas to be why the people should be putting you in the big job.
Yeah, I agree with that.
People could say the same argument applies to the primary. Yes and no, because when you're going to primaries, you're only talking to their party, and you can do that on a direct level where you don't have to get on stage against the other people you're competing against for the nomination.
Like if you're instead of debating, if you're actively going out and talking to the people, I don't got an issue with that.
I'd rather see town halls and stuff with that.
I don't have an issue with that.
But when you're going for the presidential,
if I'm about to vote for your ass, then you need to show me why I'm about to vote for you.
Right. If you're one of my only two options, or even though RK's there, technically three.
Yeah.
then yes, I need to see all of your ideas competed against each other to see which one's better.
To me personally, when it comes to the whole presidential debate, everyone who's running, put them on the fucking stage.
Yeah.
Everyone. I don't care if you're independent, Democrat, Republican, Libertarian, whatever.
The one who has the nomination.
Yeah.
Not the people who were running.
Yeah. Whoever got the nomination of each party.
Yes. And the Libertarian, yes.
I think technically there's like 6 parties.
Yeah, the Green Party.
Yeah. So put them all up there.
I completely agree with
that. RFK right up there with Trump, right up there with Biden.
And guess what? Right. If the Green Party's ideas are crazy, show that they're crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Same thing with Democrats. Show them how crazy they are compared.
I'm 100% agree with that.
I agree, yeah.
I've said that. That's one of the biggest things that I've learned on this journey of discovering the truth is that Democrats will point the finger at somebody else, mainly Republicans, right? They'll say, oh, Republicans are doing this, when really it's Democrats doing it.
Yep.
It's the craziest thing, and they get away with it. Like, that's the craziest part, too. But let's jump back in.
Make the argument that you're a champion of democracy. You should probably...
That's only because Democrats are better at marketing than Republicans.
Oh, they're way better at it.
They're way better at it. So, if you're better at marketing, more people are going to go with you.
Because they're playing to your emotions.
Honestly, the whole Republican. This is what annoys me about the Republican Party. Y'all complain that the Democrats doing this, Democrats. I'm like, your marketing game sucks. Like, if we're being dead honest, it sucks. Like I don't know how else to tell you. The people who say, the conservatives, I'm like, that's fine. You're not mad. Like, you can be mad at the Democratic Party. Cool. Tell y'all as a party, if y'all want to win things, if winning is all you care about, market your message better.
There are a few good people that actually do market their message well, like Larry Elder, Vivek Ramaswamy.
As a whole,
Charlie Kirk.
As a whole, the Republican Party, y'all just suck at marketing.
Well, that's because Ronna McDaniel was in charge of the RNC, and cared more about spending money than actually doing anything to help anybody.
Like that,
because I 100% agree with you. The marketing was ridiculous.
Yeah, you
they don't know how to talk to people.
Like I said, I'm not saying you have to accept everything. Like I'm for inclusivity, 100% for inclusivity. Y'all need to learn, the Republican Party. You need to learn to talk to people from different age groups, different religions, different ethnic, all that.
Well, Ian, you haven't checked the polls lately. They're actually winning 18. They're winning 18 to 26-year-olds right now.
Bro, like I said, I can't do the politics shit. That's why Vito.
I got to correct you on that right now.
Okay, am I wrong on that?
Yeah. He was even talking to somebody, a 22-year-old.
Yeah, 22-year-old.
Trump was talking to a 22?
No, he was.
A 22-year-old black man from New York. Left New York because it was crazy and said, we need Trump back.
Yeah.
He said, everybody thought I was crazy when I think my mom thinks I'm nuts and everything else. And he says, now they're actually starting to be like, yeah, I think we need Trump back.
Okay.
Like, I'm telling you, Ian, you actually need to actually look at Trump's platform.
No, I need to start paying attention to it more. Because I'm getting lost in the shit.
And again, Democrats like to play on your emotions. And when all you do is check in periodically, the Democrats are very good at winning people.
I have learned you got to read more than the headline.
Yep.
You got to read more than the headline. And you do need to pay attention on who you're praising. That's a big one.
Yeah, you gotta do research on the person that on both sides. You gotta be non-biased.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the only way you're gonna get your information right.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a good point.
That's
the only way.
That's why I watch guys like Rich. That's why I watch Tim Pool.
Damn. I have watched Sync before, though. I have watched this before.
The Young Turks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have watched.
I figured you would. They're more of a lefty organization.
There's some things with the Young Turks I do agree with. And then there's some things I watch and I'm like, I don't know that.
Tried in your own primaries. Third thing he's right about is that the establishment in a lot of ways has killed democracy long before Donald Trump tried to. Now, how do they do it? They do it with donors. Donors now completely control our politics. And as I've explained in Justice is Coming, my book,
And I've said that time after time. You need to get lobbying the fuck out of politics.
Lobbying should be no. You need to be able to lobby because that you technically can go up to Capitol Hill in position. The money is what needs to get out of
the
politics.
big money shit needs to get out.
Because I should be able to go and lobby my problem just as well as Boeing. The problem is Boeing's got billions of dollars behind them. I got a couple $100, not $100 million, $100.
The thing I just don't like about lobbying is like the CEOs of these giant ass fucking companies.
That's because you're looking at lobbying based off of what you disdain for it because of the money that's behind the lobbying. Lobbying has its benefits.
So maybe there needs to be like a cap on it then.
Yes, I think that would be more fair, but the cap should be low enough to the point where anybody can, like, let's say you wanted a new park for your school.
Okay.
You needed that.
Okay.
You need to be able to go lobby.
Well, yeah, you got to present why you need a new park.
That's what lobbying is.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay.
Lobbying at its core needs to be done to a certain extent.
So maybe
it's the money that's behind the lobbyists.
So maybe how like me and you say there's corporate capitalism and then capitalism.
Is
it like that?
Well, because like right now, let's say you want a park.
Yeah.
But the corporation Walmart wants to go in, and they can only vote on one thing. Walmart can pay the guy to get his thing through. You can't go pay the guy to get your.
Yeah, see, I don't like that.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
What would benefit the community more? Park for the kids or a fucking another supermarket or super center? Not even a supermarket.
I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying.
But they got the money to be able to say, my issue's important, this is what needs to be done. Yours never gets talked about because there's no money behind you to tell them to incentivize.
And honestly,
all about the money.
That's who ends up being president.
Yep.
Is whoever got the money.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part.
That is sad.
That's why the party system ain't working.
There's been Princeton Northwest.
What's up?
And George Washington said that.
Party system ain't working.
He said that when he our very first president said that, do not hold on to the two-party system. They should technically be running on their own individual values, winning over a group of people for the nomination to go.
Yeah. The party shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Western study done over 20 years showing that if you're in the bottom 90% of Americans, your influence on policy is 0%. If you're in the top 10%, you have excellent influence on policy.
That's what we just said.
That's what we just said.
That's what we just said.
It's not.
He's completely right on
your values, your beliefs shouldn't matter more just because you got more money.
Just because you can slip this certain politician's PAC, not the politician himself, their political action committee.
Yeah.
You can slip them a couple $1 million. Why should your issue be more important than Ian's park?
That's a fair point. That's fair.
Or statewide, your state needs let's say, a barge hits your bridge and you need a new bridge now.
Okay, yeah.
Like what just happened in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So we lost this a long time ago. Number 4 thing he's right about is they're constantly using fear, both sides. You know, the right wing with the immigrants are coming, the LGBT people are coming, the Muslims are coming. Be afraid, be afraid. Biden with, oh my God, Trump's a monster. He's going to take away everything that you care about.
I've said that for the longest time. Both sides use fear.
Yeah, they do.
Both sides use it
because they try to use emotions to appeal to people.
Yeah.
Emotions are very, very strong.
Which is why you asked me, I think you need to keep religion on politics.
That's never going to happen.
It's not, but religion is, to me, religion is too great of an influencer. Nowadays, you got some people, they'll vote for a candidate just because they say they believe in God.
Yeah.
Just because someone believes in God doesn't mean that they're actually a good person.
And the country was founded on Christian nation.
I do. I get it. I get it. But to me, a separation of church and state also means keeping religion out of politics. At least to me.
I see what you mean with that.
At least to me.
It's not going to happen.
I know it's not. It's not.
Never going to happen.
It was.
Unfortunately, either way.
In God we trust. That's the main thing.
No, I know.
It's the main thing.
It's on our money.
I know.
God is religion is the main.
It's like
point.
if these huge freaking mega churches actually freaking did the jobs they were supposed to do, homelessness would be significantly down.
And if our government ran on even less moral value than it already does, we'd be in even more trouble.
Wait, repeat that?
You want to remove the morals even more from government. If there is a moralless government running things, if they're not making any decisions with any morals behind them,
We need morals.
we're in trouble. Because then they don't care about sending your kids to die.
Yep.
It's like, who's the moral gatekeeper then?
It's what the community sees or what moral values are. The only reason that we see murder as such a high crime, as one of the worst things to ever be done, is because the society sees it as that. If we all accepted murder as something that just happened,
I see what you mean.
It would just be something that happened.
I see what you mean. You gotta have boundaries on shit.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
And a lot of those, at the start, that's religion. Even people who say they don't have a religion have moral values based off of some religion.
I see. Okay.
Well, how the way they were raised.
Yeah.
Whether they're.
I see what you're saying.
So if you remove religion completely, you destroy all morals.
If there's no rules, if there's no morals, there will be what? And is it an anarchy?
Yes, because then they look because then the government looks at itself as the religion.
I see what you're saying.
And you don't want their people bowing down to
Good point. I see what you're saying.
There's always got to be rules, so always forget it.
Fair enough.
Be afraid.
So government's not the highest power. There is an almighty God.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You don't want the government calling itself God.
Exactly.
No. I see what you're saying.
No. Exactly.
Fair enough. That's a good point. I didn't think of it that way.
Because that's what the CCP does. They look at themselves as the God of China.
Oh, is that like
Chinese Communist Party?
Gotcha.
That's a lot I agree with RFK Jr. on. So the reason why I say it's a trick, though, is he's trying to have it both ways because he's trying to get Republican and Democratic voters. So he wants to say something that will appeal to Republican voters. Or maybe Biden's a bigger threat to democracy. Come Republicans, vote for me. Then when people get mad at him and yell at him and he thinks he's going to lose Democratic voters, he comes out and goes, no. I meant this, and this. So that's the old plausible deniability trick, right? Where you say something to get votes from one side, and then when you're caught, you say, well, technically, I didn't say that. But brother, why did you frame it that way? You know, when I say it, I'm very clear about what I'm saying. Whereas he's now become a little bit of a politician and hence plays these games. So, but the most surprising thing is, for the first time today, I'm now considering RFK Jr. Now, what? I know, shocking, right? And no, hold on. Let me tell you why. So is it because I think, maybe he's right about vaccines? No, he's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on vaccines. And on several other things where he believes in conspiratorial theories that I don't believe in at all. So why on God's green earth would I consider RFK?
I mean, it really shouldn't be that shocking.
God damn, I forgot we were reacting to Josh. Just kind of pause. You're like, what the fuck's wrong? Oh my god, bro! I forgot. I thought we were listening to the. I was like, why is the video pausing like that? I was like, did I touch something? Like,
that's so funny.
Oh, Douglas, I'm sorry, brother.
Reaction in a reaction.
Oh my god, I was so into what was being talked about. I was like, oh, why is...
See, we're getting into the conversation.
I was like, why is he pausing his video?
Shank just stopped himself.
I was like, why is the dude stopping us? Oh god, that's good.
It's good.
That's my bad, dog. My bad.
On God's green earth would I consider RFK?
That got
it
me.
Shouldn't be that shocking when you consider that Shank is a staunch Democrat. RFK Jr. is a Democrat. Joe Biden has done some absolutely terrible things to this country. His policies are absolutely garbage. The way he's running this place into the ground is absolutely scary. So when you consider all of that plus more, okay, you talk about how he is showing his age at a rapid rate. And I want to make it that distinguish. I want to distinguish those two things because people talk about age, right? And they make it seem as if age in and of itself is a bad thing. Age is not a bad thing. It's a beautiful thing to grow to an old age, right? But when you're showing your age, that's the difference, right?
That's the problem.
Joe Biden and Trump are almost the same age.
Trump doesn't show his age.
No,
right? They don't speak the same, right? You can see there's a clear difference. Now I'm not saying
he's right on that.
Trump is like a.
You don't find Trump, handshake in the air.
Trump is spry. For 78, the dude gets around. Biden,
he could talk.
Can't
clear
make it up the stairs.
Now, the age thing for me, this is just personally. I think once you're 75, that should be the cap.
Well, I see what you're saying with that too, but again, there's 80-year-olds that can run marathons.
That's true. Only reason why I say it is like,
well, I say at that you should be able to you should have to pass a cognitive test to show that you were able to mentally do the rigors of the job at 75. So I'm halfway there with you. You need to prove you can still do the job at 75.
Because I know damn well if I was 75 right now and it was like, Ian, you should run for president. No. I ain't doing that shit at 75.
But Ian, if you've been if you've been a CEO of a $1 billion real estate company for 50 years and you know how to do business, and at 75 someone says maybe you should run for president, you ran all these companies, maybe you can run the country.
Everybody
you see the difference there?
Everybody is different when it comes with age, and I think that has to do with how the way you are how the way you're taking care of yourself, what you eat and all that stuff,
that's why I mean you need to prove you can do the job.
Okay.
I think there should be a separate caveat to prove that you have the mental capabilities to do the job.
Fair. I think I can meet with you on that one, Vito.
Because just to say you hit a certain number, now you're no longer qualified to do this.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's not fair.
You don't want to eliminate a bright mind just because.
Fair enough. I'll take that one back.
But now, if you take a cognitive test and you prove that you have no mental capacity, hell, fuck no, you can't run. You're gone. You're eliminated.
You know what? I'll take them words back. Y'all. Huh.
I see where you're coming with. That. But just to be able to deny just because of a number, that might not actually show they can or cannot do the job. Because there might be a 50-year-old that doesn't have the cognitive ability to do the job.
That's fair.
There might be a 35-year-old that doesn't have the cognitive ability.
What if you had someone with a TBI?
Yeah.
They're 40. TBI in the... Hey! If you're good, you're good, man.
But you see what I mean?
Nah, that makes sense. Liz, can you hit the space button? I can't lean over.
No, that's fine.
Thanks.
Fried chicken, like he's 19 years old or something. Like no, of course not. But he's not showing his age the same way Biden is. I mean, Biden's tripping over sandbags and. I'm sorry. I had to go there. There.
Tripping over the sandbag,
and mumbling through all of his words. You know what I mean? So when you're showing
I
your
understand
age,
the
bumping into the walls.
RFK Jr. is quite a bit younger, and he's a Democrat, so it shouldn't really be that surprising. And I don't know why it is to Anna Kasparian, who recently went off on the far left. Off on them. Matter of fact, I think I made a video on that, or maybe a short. I don't remember. I don't remember at this point. But yeah. So like to hear her say, well, like be surprised. You just went off on the far left because of their terrible policies, and now you're surprised. Where Jank is like, yeah, I'm hopping ship. I got to do something else, and I think I'm gonna support another Democrat. I don't know.
Jr. Well, until now I hadn't because of those crazy things that I don't come anywhere near believing. But I thought about it, Anna, and Trump I would never support in a million years. Biden is now funding a genocide and is an awful choice, has been corrupt his whole life. You're never going to get anything but corruption from Joe Biden. So am I positive RFK Jr. would be worse? He would probably, on health and science, definitely he would be worse. But on everything else, like anti-establishment, money out of politics, I'm not positive RFK Jr. would be worse than Biden.
Oh, okay. I mean,
no. Anna, that is not an endorsement or any kind of like, go get him, rah, 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 RFK Jr. statement. That's a statement of how awful our choices are.
For real.
Like that.
I agree with you on that. Absolutely.
I've been saying, I'm like, damn, we ain't got shit. How, Vito, how fucking long have I been saying this?
This is not for a long time, bro.
Bro, the choices are trash.
Right now, the best option is Trump, in my opinion, though. We've already seen what he did before.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
I do not want 4 more years of Biden, and
bro,
it scares me.
To me,
hell no.
And see, here's the thing that's difficult. Okay, so a person who is independent. Okay, I'm independent. I'm not affiliated with any party. I'm gonna do the party shit. Okay, so whether you're with family, friends, whatever the hell you are, if you say, "Oh, the Democratic Party," I don't like the candidates. I don't like the policies. People automatically assume like, oh, so you're a Republican. No, I didn't say that.
A lot of Republicans are trash too.
But
don't get me wrong.
Garbage ass conservative politicians.
90% of the Republicans are trash.
They're garbage.
Fucking trash.
Okay, both parties got a whole massive bump load of just trash ass people.
Yep. That's why right now the only people, if you're not putting America first, I'm not even looking at you.
So
if the first 2 words out of your mouth aren't America 1st, I'm looking past you. That's Republican or Democrat.
And so it's like this, and then what gets me with the Republican, like with some Republican voters, it's like, I'm not mad at you. You're just not paying attention. If you want to say, oh, well, Trump's a true Republican, I'm like, motherfucker, do your research. He's been a Democrat the last 50 damn years.
Yeah, Trump's not a Republican.
Okay, he's not a Republican. He was a registered Democrat his whole damn life. He only ran on the Republican ticket because they wouldn't let him in the damn building.
Because look what they're doing to RFK. Imagine if Trump tried to run for the Democrat.
That's what you're not getting.
Bully.
And it's like,
right?
The only reason y'all don't want to look at the independents is because they don't have money.
Yeah.
All the money is in the Democratic and Republican parties.
They're the 2 biggest parties. That's why.
That's why. So anytime someone says they're an independent, for some reason y'all think independent is socialism, and that's just not fucking true. I don't understand how that's...
The Democrats are socialist right now.
Like, I don't... Or if you're an independent, oh, you're a communist. I was a communist and independent, the same thing.
No, the Democrats are more
but like,
than anything right now.
And I get it. You're not going to get a perfect person. You're not.
No.
But like, damn, you're telling me there's no one else?
Well, Ian, fuck it, run.
Like, it's like, we're here, look, like, see, okay, for example, even if Joe Biden gets 4 more years, okay, if Joe Biden gets 4 more years, say hypothetically, election happens, Biden gets...
The country's done.
After the next 4 years, who the fuck you gonna put up? Who?
She's next in line.
Like, who? And my whole thing is, say Trump wins. Okay, you get another 4 years of Trump. That 4 years goes by. It'll be what, 28? 28 the next election? Who are we running?
There's plenty of people. There's Vivek Ramaswamy.
At least Vivek. You got Vivek.
There's still Ron DeSantis. There's technically Tulsi Gabbard. There's Josh Hawley. There's J.D. Vance. There's he's a senator from Ohio.
Oh,
there's Josh Hawley. There's also Ted Cruz. There's a deep bench on the Republicans.
I don't know if I can fuck with Ted Cruz.
I know what you're saying.
I don't know if I can fuck with Ted Cruz.
Ian, I just rounded off 7 names.
That's true. It's not.
What Democrat can you name?
What Democrat? I'll say that. At least you 7 names.
What Democrat?
You don't even have 7 names on the Democrats.
I'm saying all those people are my on top. I didn't even say Tim
Like,
Scott.
at least the list is here. There's no list. There's none. There's no list. Kamala Harris is not a goddamn list.
Yeah. Okay, you got Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, you need more than that, bro. You need more. Like
Kamala Harris just because he's a sitting VP right now, and Gavin, that's whoever.
Other than that, who you got?
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Unless you got Miriam. Unless you got Marion Williams, unless she's independent now. I know she's on the Democratic ticket, but I don't feel like there's like, and it's not attacking her as a person. She don't got enough oomph to the name yet. You know what I'm saying?
AOC.
Oh, she's. Oh no.
There's some things I can fuck with AOC on, and then she'll say something else. I'm like, okay.
You insane.
Listen. Once in a blue moon.
What? Sometimes she'll be, yeah.
That lady will say something that, yeah.
Okay.
Once in the fucking blue moon.
Hey, a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
Okay.
All right.
But and that's and before y'all get on the whole spiel, oh, you just don't like her because she's a woman. Give a fuck what's between your legs.
No.
If you, as long as if I vibe with you, I vibe with you.
Not vibing with her.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't give a shit what gender you are. I don't care.
I wish she had good policies. She does not.
Our choices are. Like that.
I agree with you on that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that, the RFK Jr. is a better option. And I don't know if you saw these headlines. We didn't cover it on the show, but he did reach out to a very specific person to be his VP. And she rejected him because she thinks that there's a good possibility Trump will ask her to be VP. And that person is Tulsi Gabbard. And by the way, I'm going to put it here right now. I am predicting that it is likely Trump is going to pick her for VP. I can feel it. I can feel it in my gut.
Right there.
You might be right about that. Look,
if Trump picks VP, if he picks Tulsi Gabbard as his VP, that is the closest thing to a unifying ticket you'll ever get. And he's going to win a ton of independent suburban women.
Well, also, it also helps because freaking Tulsi Gabbard got the military shit.
And she's someone you can trust. I'm sure even I don't know if you admit it here, but I think even you would consider voting for that ticket because she's in.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know. Have I seen her face? I keep hearing her name.
She's the one from Hawaii with the white strip in her hair.
Yeah,
that's her.
She's actually
like her.
She ran under the Democratic ticket.
Yep.
And they fucking ousted the shit out of her.
Yep.
Because she just wouldn't conform to what they wanted.
Exactly.
And so they just
she
ousted
moved
her.
to.
And I think
I remember
if he actually picks Tulsi Gabbard, and the more you actually looked at that platform, I'm not saying
Biden's got an issue if he picks Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh yeah.
Biden's gonna get right for his money, man.
You'll even consider voting for that ticket. I already know. Especially once you start seeing
the thing I just liked about Tulsi, she wasn't willing to conform.
Exactly. And that alone right there will get you to look at it. And if you would consider looking at it, just imagine all the other people that are in your boat that would consider looking at that ticket. Yeah, Biden's in trouble.
My thing.
You don't gotta admit nothing here.
My thing that I don't want to happen is I just hope nothing like tragic happens on election day.
Yeah.
That's what I don't want.
I don't want violence on
I don't want any violence on election day. In the back of my head, I have a fear that someone's going to do something, and I don't want that.
No. Antifa probably.
I don't want anything. Like, just let people just fucking vote.
If Trump wins, he wins.
Exactly.
If Biden wins, unfortunately, he wins.
Like, I just don't want any violence. I don't want any of that. Just let people go vote.
Let the people have their say.
Exactly.
Look, anyone who considers Tulsi Gabbard already is another massive strike. Again, all we have.
Anyone that considers Tulsi Gabbard,
I think
who is a former Democrat, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he's gonna pick. I think he's gonna pick Tulsi too.
Which, hey, listen, I told you guys.
I want Vivek, but I think it's gonna be Tulsi.
Yeah, me too. I want Vivek, but hey,
this time around, a lot of us, I should say.
But But I also think he's got bigger plans for Vivek. He needs him for other stuff
I
in the
have an
administration.
idea.
Are gonna scratch our heads.
Oh yeah,
Think he'll put him in the was it the cabinet? The
I think
cabinet?
that, or I think he'll make him director of national intelligence so he can fire everybody in the intelligence agencies.
Yeah,
Because if he's the DNI, then
clean up,
then
right?
he can
That's what we need.
then he can shrink every single agency like he wants to. So I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to put him in charge of. He's going to make him DNI.
What do you, I wonder if he's gonna give if he would give what's his name?
Scott.
Thank you. I blanked on his name. Damn, Tim Scott. Anything? If you
If he
were to
wants something, probably. Honestly, I think he'd put him in charge of the zoning issues, so he can keep on going with the opportunity zones that he was doing before.
Tim Scott had me laugh, bro. It's like,
But he does do good work with the opportunity zones.
okay.
That's bringing the businesses to the black neighborhoods.
Okay, black owned business.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah. He was one of the leaders in that. Who was started under Trump, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
Damn, we've been going for an hour. Damn.
well, yeah.
Yeah. The opportunity
At like
started Tim Scott's idea, but was funded by Trump, who was denied by Biden. Or well, Biden technically, but Obama. Tim Scott first brought the opportunity to Obama, but because Tim Scott was a Republican, he turned it down.
Yeah,
Oh,
these motherfuckers be playing chess.
and by the way, Tim Scott went to Democrat cities first with his opportunity zones. Baltimore.
Like I said, bro, this shit a chess game.
Yeah,
I
technically
think
they're
Charleston, South
supposed to
Carolina and stuff too.
kind of work together, even though it's a separate thing.
But you had a black man tell another black man, no, you can't help out black neighborhoods. Essentially. But Trump. Oh, also, Trump funded the HBCUs indefinitely too, right?
I was getting conflicting about because I saw Biden did something for the HBCUs and I saw Trump. I was getting conflicting information.
I didn't do anything. Trump gave them funding like indefinitely through, but all the other presidents kept making them come back every single year. Trump was like, I don't need. Why? Here's your funds. You need this. Go. You don't need to come back for this every year.
I kept getting conflicted. So much information being spread, man. It's just you really got to dig through this shit.
That's what they want you to do, though. They want you to look at surface level stuff to make an emotional decision right then and there. They don't want you digging through it to find shit.
Yeah, because people don't have time. They have work. They have kids. They have
That's
projects, and they
Yeah.
just only look at the base of it, and they don't freaking dig. And that's what's wrong with this country.
Once you start to dig, that's when you start to go, huh. They've been lying to me the entire time.
And then there's other people. Oh yeah, politics. Oh yeah, I don't care about that. Oh, they think that it's boring. No, bitch, it's important for your life. Okay?
No, bitch. Like,
unfortunately,
I used to think that was fucking boring, and then now I'm like, oh shit, yeah, you really need to know what's going on in politics.
Gotta pay attention.
yo, look down, bitch. Wake up.
why did he do that? Why did he put this person in that position? Why did he pick her? Why did he pick Tulsi Gabbard? Which obviously to a lot of us is like, But to Trump, I think he's thinking the bigger picture. She's a former Democrat. It lowers the temperature of the room. It takes some of the sting out of mainstream media, knowing that she's a former Democrat. So, now they have to play different types of games instead of him picking, someone who's a staunch Republican that they can just rail against the same way they rail against him. Oh, well, she's a former Democrat who felt betrayed by her party and she left. So now you guys are going to rail against her.
Who can actually resonate with a lot of people.
Do you really want to do it? So it's a game of chess. It's a game of chess. And I get it. Some of y'all may not agree with that. Hey, I hear you. This election is going to be one one roller coaster, one wild ride. And even if you want to go towards back to what Cenk was saying, I think there's a lot of Democrats who feel the same way that Cenk feels. And if that is the case, Biden is in serious trouble, because if there are enough folks in, some of these swing states where, things will get a little close, if you got enough people like Cenk, Biden is cooked. I mean, he's already cooked according to the polls, but if you have even more people that think like Cenk, that support Cenk and watch TYT, right? Democrats who are watching this and like, man, I actually agree with Cenk. Biden's got some serious problems. Because RFK Jr. is a Democrat. He is. Through and through.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he already had some problems with RFK Jr. being on the ticket, which is why I think you'll see even more efforts from Democrats to, slow him down a bit, right? Slow him down, and especially in the swing states, because they know he's going to take away from Joe Biden, which is also funny how they tried to push the narrative that he's going to take away from Trump. He's going to take all this away from Trump. No, he's not, because we all know he's a Democrat. He's not a Republican. Mm-hmm. He's not a Republican at all.
That's true.
The only reason why he's running as independent was because y'all forced him to.
Yep.
That's it. He didn't do that by choice. He wasn't like, yeah, I think I'm going to move
He wanted to be on the Democratic
politics
ticket.
closer to the middle of things, and I'm going to run as an independent. Like, no, y'all set up too many roadblocks for him. And so he said, you know what? I'll run out as an independent because y'all doing a whole bunch of BS over here. And now it's going to come back to bite you. And Cenk is, I don't know. Well, let's see. Yeah. Cenk's YouTube channel has almost 6 million subscribers.
Yeah.
30,000 views on this one video.
Yeah.
So he's got to have a little bit of pull, right?
Yeah.
He's got to have a little bit of pull. But
no, with 6 million subscribers, you got pull.
Let me know. Last thing is
people
this
are watching
whole narrative that we don't have any good choices. Because I hear people say that, right? Mainly Democrats. Well, because we don't have any good choices. Well, you do realize there was a primary happening. I mean, you could have chosen someone else other than Joe Biden. You do realize that, right? You could have chosen someone else. I mean, we could argue that all that effort that you put into trying to get Nikki Haley. Can't believe they actually tried that. Could you believe Democrats tried that?
Yeah.
They tried to get Nikki Haley in there over Trump. Nah, bro. Nah.
Yeah, they generally did try. They tried to vote
too strong over on this side. It's going to take a lot more than that to stop us, baby. Okay? But they tried. They tried. Hey, I give them an A for effort.
Good attempt.
But that's still funny, though. Instead of putting that effort into Nikki Haley, maybe they should have put that effort into picking someone else other than Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
They had other choices. What was it? Marianne Williamson and
Dean Phillips.
I forgot the guy's name. Crap. Yeah, I can't think of the guy's name that was on the ticket as well. But they had other choices and they chose Joe Biden. So if you think you have bad choices, blame yourself, because us Republicans, we have a great choice. You know what I'm saying? And I would argue everyone has a great choice in Trump. What's so bad about Trump? Life was better when Trump was in office. If you put politics to the side, names to the side, you forgot everything. Forget Democrat, forget Republican, forget Trump, forget Biden, forget all of it. Forget red, forget blue, forget it all. And you just think about your life 4 years ago in comparison to now. How much money were you spending at the grocery store?
Mm-hmm.
How were those gas prices?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Were we on the brink of World War III?
Nope.
Right? I'm just saying. I mean, it's simple. If you put all of that to the side, names, politics, all of it, and you just think, how was life? I mean, this is clear as day.
It's got a point,
it's
bro.
Clear as day. But hey,
got a point there.
Y'all let me know your thoughts, your opinions on this in the comment section below. Like, share, comment, hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.
Are you ready?
Hold up.
I thought that's the monkey man.
So, what would be your big argument against Trump?
My big argument against
You,
him?
yes. What's your argument against Trump, Ian?
I like, you know, my thing with Trump is, don't get me wrong, I understand how, like, before 2016, no one had an issue with him. There was nobody really bitching about Trump.
How many rap songs was he in?
That's fair.
How many black campaigns did he fund?
Maybe.
How much about Trump do you actually know outside of what the media has been funneling you since 2016? I'm legitly asking.
See, I don't want to say I hate. I'm not trying to say I don't hate Trump. That's not my thing. I don't hate him. Shut up, phone. Maybe sometimes it's just. I want to say sometimes it's the way he talks, but at the same time, to me, that's a cop out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because that's what a lot of people try to go to. I'm not trying to call you.
no,
But if your problem is the way he talks, you got to get the fuck over that real quick. Because I'd rather somebody be
because you
talking.
got freedom of speech.
Exactly. That's where that comes from.
The way he's been talking right now, I've been loving it
Yeah.
actually.
I want someone who's going to talk tough about my country.
Mhm.
Who's going to stand up strong for us.
Um,
I get what you're saying, but go ahead. I like
He's a comedian too.
Yeah, he was fine.
I'm not gonna
Let
say
him go.
like,
Let him go.
oh,
I know.
like I get why why people don't like the whole build the wall thing, but then at the same time, when you look at the border,
Kind of need
it's
a wall.
clearly my thing about the border is it's clearly the immigration policies or process. Clearly, it needs to be fixed. There are issues with it.
This way ain't working.
Well, the last time I saw video of the border wall, there was a little, I'll say fence for it right now, just there. It was like lined up. Like I'm gonna use this as a prop, and like you had like if this is the fence and this is the rocks, this was the security of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, the kids that I supervise at my job could jump this rock.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's not secure.
But Biden had the money to keep fixing it. The money got allocated to it, and he hasn't done it.
Now,
Trump was trying to upgrade everything and make it better.
I
You're right, though. That is garbage. That shouldn't.
That I do think the problem with the way a lot of people. I think my thing is not my issue with Trump. It's more of my issue of how people support him. Now, regardless of who you are, you have the right to support.
Oh, you're gonna have fanatics on any side.
And you got Biden fanatics.
Oh, you do.
So this is why I struggle with mine. Like, so people in the comment section, you can call me out for however you want.
But that's why I'm asking. What legitly, policy wise, can you argue against why Trump shouldn't be president? What policy that he would be putting forward that you completely could just nope, it's a deal breaker for you?
Unless I'm incorrect, I think some of his immigration ones confused me.
Okay, which one?
Like the screening thing. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
He was screening from countries that were listed on terrorist watch lists to make sure that people who were coming into the country actually legitimately wanted to be in this country and didn't want to do harm. So, yes, there was screening from certain countries, and most of those countries were predominantly Muslim. but they were also the most dangerous countries that harbor terrorism in the world.
So
I think that those types of people, you unfortunately, you kind of got to do a deeper screening than just
okay.
a surface level check. Because I wouldn't want someone coming into this country that would want to harm this country, the citizens of this people. So I understand that.
I think deep down what my issue is becoming is it's not so much with Trump itself, it's the way people are like treating him like God.
Oh, I get what you're saying with
I
that.
think that's what my issue is.
But you're taking it out on Trump.
No, I know, and I like see, and I always want to tell people like I'm not the most political guy. I don't like to be all in depth in the politics, but I don't like when people say, "Oh, I can't be friends with this person because they're a Trump supporter."
Oh yeah, that's insane.
That's to me, I'm like, that's part of the problem with the country right now. You think just because someone is a Trump supporter that they believe that they're racist, sexist, homophobic. Oh my guys, those people do exist, but those people also do exist under Biden supporters.
Yeah.
So like
that's why I'm asking you. What
I honestly I don't know.
If it is actually just people, why would you want to vote against your own interest because of how other people perceive a man?
And I've noticed over time, like don't get me wrong, when Trump was first talking I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it. I wasn't with it at all. I was like shit when Trump won the first election, won the election in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
But then I used to be in the whole thing of like, oh, how can anybody vote for Trump? Like, what's wrong with people?
Oh, I remember.
And then, like, the more, the more I'm going on, I'm just like, guys, it's your constitutional right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my big thing is, I agree with what Dana White said. If you're an American citizen and you're gonna hate somebody just because who they voted for, that says all I need to know about you.
In the same token, then, what about Biden's policies are you excited to vote for? What is Biden doing that he is actually then? Yeah, I gotta keep this going for 4 more years.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't liked how his position on the thing between the Palestinians and Israel. I have not liked his position on it. I do think Biden could do more,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I do think it's not necessarily our war.
No, it's not. Just like Ukraine's not in a war.
Um,
But again, what has he done that makes you want to be like, yeah, I can vote for this? What specifically is Biden doing that? Yes, I can see myself pulling the lever. I need this for 4 more years.
there's not a big policy that sticks out to me, but at the same time, the thing that I don't like about Biden is I think he caters to a lot of people on an emotional level.
Mm-hmm.
And I do realize when you're a leader, sometimes you got to make up the fucked up decisions, even though people are going to get mad at you.
So he's like pandering?
Yeah, I think he's pandering. I do think a lot of countries don't fear him.
Mm-hmm.
I think more people fear Trump because you never knew what he was going to do.
He's a loose cannon.
So I can understand of why there was nothing like big happening around the globe while he was in office. So I do understand that with Trump. I get that. People didn't know if this motherfucker was going to send a nuke over there, which I understand. I don't think it's always Biden making the choices. I think it's his cabinet or the people who put him in office.
Which is a problem because the president's supposed to be the guy that makes the final say.
So
he's the fucking president.
And I do understand why people have concern about Biden's age. I get it. I 100% get it.
But you keep giving me negatives. I've asked for a positive, bro.
I understand too.
I can't find.
Let me ask you this: Do you think a person can have good intentions but still fuck up in doing things? Like, do you think Biden can have good intentions of doing a right thing and then fuck up?
Okay, let me ask you this though: why does Biden get to have the benefit of the doubt of having good intentions and fucking up when every time Trump tried to do everything, it was always evil?
No, I get you.
I know
I get you. I
but
get
that's my
you.
point. So
I get you.
I know why you asked the question, but that's why I'm asking it that way. Why should he even be considered to have that benefit of the doubt when Trump was never even have even a semblance of that? And in the same token, Obama had all the benefit of the doubt. And you go, and George Bush had none. Because he could have been meaning well with the Iraq War, but it didn't let all.
So in the long run, I think I think the big thing.
I did that on purpose, by the way.
I think the big thing is what fucks it up with this. Okay, it's the party thing.
Oh, of course.
It's not so much the person.
Because it's like I'm rooting for my team.
It's not so much the person. I think what fucked everything up is no one wanted to look at the background of everything. I think everyone immediately went for the Democratic Party when I think it was Lyndon B. Johnson.
Yeah.
When he signed the civil rights thing.
Yep.
And now I'm not saying, oh, you're trying to say the civil rights thing was bad. No, civil rights thing.
No, that was definitely needed to be done.
It was good. I think
the reason he did it was evil.
I don't think Lyndon B. Johnson really fucked with it. I think he just signed it in to get another presidency.
Because he was the biggest racist to ever be in the White House.
Like
there's actual
and I think
saying the N-word in the White House.
And I think that's why people accumulate the Democratic Party with unity because they saw that was signed in.
Yeah.
And the only reason why Lyndon B. really signed it is he got enough pressure for MLK to sign it.
Yep. And notice how after he signed it, he killed MLK. Maybe. Allegedly. Like. Allegedly, LBJ killed John F. K. too. He was the guy behind setting that up. But that's all alleged.
That's
don't know facts.
And I think that's why you got to look past the party. Okay.
You do need to look past the party.
I do agree with this on Trump. He never tried to kill free speech.
No. He never went after his opponent for political speech.
I will agree with that on Trump. He never tried to go after free speech.
No.
One thing I have kind of agreed with Trump on is the abortion thing. He hasn't really given like a clear yes or no where he draws the line.
Trump?
I haven't seen one.
Yes. He says most of the American people consensus is that it should be after 15 weeks or before up to 15 weeks. After 15 weeks, you shouldn't be allowed to do it.
Oh, okay. I thought he was still on the fence about it. Oh, okay.
He says that it should be up to the American people. He's going to go with whatever the American people sees. But he said, I think the consensus is that it's up to about 15 weeks.
It can be a hard... See, this is about the candidacy shit can be a hard thing.
But he also says he'll go with whatever the American people decide. Because it is the American people should decide it. That is what he has said.
This is why
I believe Doc Rich has a good video on that. We'll have to do that some other time. But yeah, he's actually done that. Where Trump has he played it smart.
I know this election, I'm really going to have to I got to be firm in my choice. So I need to
not just look at the party, actually look
I have to look at the candidates.
Because again, Ian, that's why I did that little thought experiment with you. No, what is one positive thing Biden has done? And you couldn't give me a single one, bro. You couldn't give me one. Where you even came up with a couple positives for Trump. You couldn't give one.
I will say my flaw is I need to look more at what they ran on.
Yeah.
I do need to do that. I just can't. I just hate politics because it's just
Biden's doing exactly what he ran on. He said he was going to open up the border. There's the video of him saying migrants should surge right to the border.
He did say yeah.
I mean, Ian, he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
Close the border.
Damn.
I mean, that's why I'm doing this thought experiment with
you.
That's a lot. I'm trying to make you actually really think about it, not just search for love.
Not just go with what everybody else is. Yeah, I see.
I'm trying to make you think deeper through it all.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Open conversation, too.
Because I don't think you actually get a chance to actually sit there and deep thinkly into it.
Not really.
No, exactly.
Not really.
Why would you? You really have no reason to.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Damn.
do that to yourself. When you get a chance, start looking up videos and stuff of look
For
deeper
real.
into what Trump is doing. Actually, what he says and what he has done.
Damn, bro.
Look up Trump and Jesse Jackson.
I do. You did show me that.
Oh, that's right. I did show you that.
Trump did fund Jesse Jackson for a presidential run.
Yep. And gave him an office for free. Didn't even charge him.
Yeah, I did see that. Yep.
And I showed you the story of Judge Joe Brown.
Yep.
Yeah.
What did he do when the guy came back to pay Trump the money?
He ripped up and said, "Go
run your business."
Give him the money back.
Damn. Guys, sorry for the long video.
There's more to it than just what the media wants you to believe.
But guys,
thanks for sitting through all that.
Thanks for sitting through conversation.
That's what it's about. Talk. That's what it's about.
I hope y'all enjoyed this, man. Like, comment, subscribe, blow us up. Y'all know what to do, everybody.
Thanks for stopping in. Spend some time today. Hit that notification bell and give it a share because it does help the channel out.
Please and thank you.
Oh, subscribe to Doc Rich. This man's a real one.
Yes.
And don't forget us.
Yeah, definitely show some love to Doc Rich.
Man.
See you in the next one, guys.
Later, everybody.
Later, y'all.